Hello traders, welcome to FX Vision channel. This is your weekly forex forecast for the upcoming week starting from Monday 14th of October 2024 and the weeks end on 24th 18th of October 2024. I will dive into different markets and different market structure, different market trends, identification of different support and resistance levels, and obviously before that I will definitely like to discuss what's going on right now in the market as well. I will also be discussing what was my point of view in the last week. So first of all, last week I have discussed dollar CHF, pound dollar, dollar yen and euro US dollar, euro AUD dollar CAD, crude oil. This week I am going to add this oil as well. New Zealand US dollar will be added to the forecast, and dole US dollar. Obviously we cannot mix the gold, so it is going to be the very nice and fantastic zone. So first of all, let's have a look at the previous weekend on the dollar CHF H4 time frame. Last week, as I have clearly mentioned, that this level of 0.86063 is going to be a super fantastic sell area on the H4, and right here result is 78 pips, and then obviously this is going to be 62 pips in the market last week on the basis of the previous analysis. Moreover, in the previous analysis I discussed that I am going to take buying opportunities all the way from 0.85083 and 0.8 and 0.84844. So till now the market has not reached here, but last week one thing that was missing, and that was on the daily time frame. If you see, let me zoom in the chart right here a little bit. So if you can see 1 2 3 4 and 5, so last week the market closed very bullish, and when I gave that analysis I said that this sell can only be traded on the H4, and obviously it gave us that opportunity to trade it on the H4. But on the daily there was no trade in general. As if I say, there was no particular and nice and fantastic trade in my opinion. Why? Because this candle closed when the last week I was analyzing the market, so this was closed very bullish. Now this week we also have this opportunity to say that the market almost tried to break this particular level in the previous week, but it could not. So in the upcoming week, this level of 0.86063 is again going to be a very super beneficial zone for us. Now remember everyone, those who want to trade it on the buy side, on the sell side of the market, that depends totally on how you look at the market at a certain period. So on the daily end, now on the H4, market is very nicely rejected from 0.86063. the last week this level I have discussed. So this is the previous week. Now moving on to the euro US dollar right here. Last week I took one long term trade obviously, and that long term trade has a stop loss of around 120 pips, while take profit was 138 pips, pretty much 1:1. So right here on these two candles I took a buying decisions, but euro US dollar at this particular stage is standing a little bit to the critical side of the market. Why? Because we are observing very low volume candles. So obviously this is rejection, but at this moment there is no good level. Now last week obviously there was no sell area, so we have to also rethink about it, that where these sellers come from. If the market was bullish and if it was standing at very nice bullish level, where does these sellers come from? So I will be discussing this as well. Then dollar yen I discussed on 49.378. So I discussed this particular in different forecast and in different videos, and some of them who are following it all the way from right here with me, I will highly suggest. Obviously this is now a closure area. So same as the dollar CHF last week, 149.378, this dollar yen was also supposed to be dropping very quickly from here. Also, this area was nice sell area. So again, last week I said it can be traded nicely on the H4. I'm not sure how many of you took this 187, but this was 100% sure, because if you see, it barely touched 149.373 here and suddenly fell down, giving us 117 pips from dollar yen. So I will further be explaining this. Then on the pound dollar, I said it's going to drop, and it did. No doubt, this market at this particular stage last week, if you see 1 2 3 4 5, it closed indecision and bullish, we can say, right? Because right after a very heavy sell, we have seen this particular candlestick pattern. So it again dive this market crazy towards 1.30046, and it was predicted all the way from 1.3295. If you check my previous videos, I'm sure you will get this particular plan for educational purpose, obviously, because you cannot rate this anymore. This is now the past data. So it's been the second week, this particular zone 1.303038 and 1.3004, this was supposed to be for buying zone, and right here if we see, the market pretty much gave around 50 pips right here from this particular zone. And obviously, just like last week what I said, I will be following that as well. Let's see, if I discuss dollar CAD last week, the level should be on the chart. Well, not as such. Aussie I didn't discuss. As let's start this particular analysis, and right here as you can see, on the dollar CHF, it is standing at a very nice and fantastic level at this particular movement. Why a very fantastic zone this is? Let me tell you that this is being rejected on a weekly basis in the market. Now remember everyone, whenever the market is in such a situation, we definitely have to think about the market, and we have to take some wise and sophisticated decisions. So as you can see on this dollar CHF, as it's trading very nicely and fantastic on the week close, we have seen a very fantastic candle as well, that still suggests that the market can further continue down towards 0.85081 and 0.84844. Now, how do we actually trade? Even if I show you it on the H4, right here, if you see that there is one thing that we can obviously pay very close attention to, this is there will be in the upcoming week a specific type of trade opportunity, that if this break it retests and the market then will be continue to 0.85 if 0.81, so that will be the selling opportunity. And the buying opportunity, if I show you, definitely this particular zone, we have got an ABCD pattern completion. Let me show you like this, so that you guys understand it very well. Remember everyone, if you are skipping this video and if you don't understand the plans, then I think you are missing a lot, and then you may not be able to understand these plans very nicely. So I highly request you to understand these plans by watching the video completely. And if you like my content, definitely give me a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything, but it gives me a very strong feedback that okay, someone out there are taking benefit of the analysis. I know you are sending me messages on my Insta and YouTube that this much money you are making, this much improvement, my analysis is bringing in your trading, this much positivity brings in your trading. Thank you so much for that. But definitely, if you can give me a thumbs up, the new audience know that these analyses are definitely going to be super beneficial for them. So on this side of the market, obviously, I assume that the market will mostly trading between 0.86421 and 0.85724. If the market was very low, and 0.8581 is going to be a master level where I will be looking for a buy opportunity. Now if you see, definitely these bulls, if I show you, they are clearly, even another smaller ABCD pattern is developed right here, and forex is nothing but just the harmonic patterns, and both of them are pointing towards the top. So maybe if anyone is still holding the sell position, they will be stopped near 0.86421. Now there can be a spike as well and the market can drop. So this can be obviously one situation in the market. There are a lot of situations in the market, if mostly driven on the M15 and 30 and H1. I will be updating my members about this well on the new videos. On US dollar, pretty much I have discussed the previous stuff. Now it is almost ready for a buy, but definitely I will need Monday, Tuesday to show some support right here, because if you see, this is the supply area. This is not yet a verified support, but since the week closed and we have got a very nice weekly close candle, now I can assume that this particular structure and obviously this previous bullish trend that I have discussed in the last video, it is also with us right here, and it will be playing a very good role if there are any sort of bulls in the market, because this is clearly a supply area in my point of view. Now if the market break this particular structure, even break the trend line as well, and if it go back to 1.30 right here, then most likely the market is going to be dropping further. Now if I show you further this on the H4 right here, let's have a look at it. And on H4, definitely this is going to be a very nice zone as well on Monday and Tuesday. And right here it can be an intraday zone. I definitely discuss the intraday and the H1 with on daily basis. So 1.30380 right here, that was supposed to be giving us a buying opportunity towards 1.32958. But we have to see this, because we have to I have to show euro US dollar as well. You can see at the euro USD, the market is supposed to take a bounce anywhere from 1.111. Last week I have discussed, but it did not did that. And any buying decision I have gave to the members, I have told them just to leave the position. This is not our market. So now most of the positions I left like 0.05, and so I let it go, and let put the stop loss below the week of this particular candle. So as euro US dollar come made the whole picture complicated. We all know that euro and the pound move pretty much the same way in the longer run. So pound dollar, obviously it has given us that particular opportunity to take some buying decisions, but obviously big fishes have to kick out all of the bulls first of all, if in case the market is going to be bullish. On the H1, if you understand my particular strategy, I sure enough that last week you must have got this particular trade from 61.8% retracement, and the trade must have got you 36 pips of profit. Personally right here, if I show you, this is going to be the completion level around, I should say, this previous zone right here near 1.30920 or further 29 pips. But obviously this is intraday, and the actual stuff will begin when we see some daily candles. But as far as, let me make myself very clear so that you guys can very nicely understand what I want to say, and that is, as far as the market is trading above 1.30380, it can be traded with a Fibonacci trading strategy very easily. 130 pips has gone nowhere, then obviously this further 137 pips. But remember, if let someone is going to take this particular trade with the buying decision right here and with the stop loss this much, in that situation I will say just avoid this market for now, because if you are going to put 500 pips of stop loss, then why don't you wait for 1.226 in this market, and someday market has to come back down till this particular zone. Because I ran all of the analysis previously, and I know all of the levels. This is a buy level, so obviously if it fails, if a daily candle closes below this level, then definitely the market is coming back down to 400 pips. So in that situation, why not taking a risk of around 200 pips to target the for 403 pips. But remember my friends, right here I want to tell you one thing, that is everything required patience, right? If you are impatient, if you cannot trade sophisticatedly, then I will highly recommend please try to focus on the learning. And what one thing I have observed even with the members that who I give them the analysis, I observe that most of the clients they are skipping. I don't know why they're skipping the video right here. Why? If someone is going to skip the video, he or she is not going to understand the plan. Remember everyone, for my own memory, you will not you should look at this someday. I'll be showing these plans with all of you. I take such plans with me weekly once, and throughout the week I follow them. I look at the level and I see, okay, if this is a sell level, if this is a buy level, what type of level is this, so that I can trade. So if you are skipping the video and if you don't give proper attention to levels, is not going to work for you. So same right here, when I personally took this particular trade right here, if you see, it was giving me around 43 pips. Then I said this is just 0.05, let it go. Even if it is negative, at least I will have something that I can say that I am holding something, right? And the best part is when we wait for the market. Whenever we wait for the market, believe me, I can write it down. Whenever you wait for the market, it will be always giving you your desired trade opportunity. So the euro dollar, pretty much I will just wait for the stop loss to hit, and then this is a downward, really 98 pips. I'm not interested in selling the market. Then I definitely will be waiting for some sort of structure that I can get on a daily time frame. I will be taking that, but for now I am biased towards buy, since I'm holding my buy position, and then I sell from there. And if this plan fails, obviously no problem, I can make other plans. Now since this market has made the image little bit blurry, so I want to draw your attention to some specific levels, right? And why it is not respecting those levels. If you see, there is still, we have, let's have a look at this particular trend line. And this trend line, if I show you, we have to find out, right? This is a technique you definitely need to learn. So we have to find out that, okay, with how much volume this particular trend line is closed. Let's say if it closes with a candlestick like this, I would say, okay, this is a proper breakout, but there would be very tiny sellers. Let me show you these sellers. Who are they and how are they? So let's study their behavior a little bit now. I will show you maximum, it will be Fibonacci. But just for your understanding and for your learning, I am going to show you this whole zone, that okay, what type of traders we have seen in the previous week, and that's some sort of technique that all I highly recommend everyone to focus on. So last week, if I show you, let me quickly turn on the period separated so that it will be very easy for us now. Okay, 1 2 3 and 3. So the market started all the way from 4 5. So right here, let me adjust it right here, and I am going to show it to you on the 15-minute. Then most of you say we cannot trade with the Fibonacci. Well, see, these are very simple. 1 2 3 4 5. It should be fine. 1 2 3 4 5. All that's fine. So it is now the previous week, and what type of traders gave us this particular breakout? Let's first study them. That what type of traders were they? And now I'll be showing you that how it could be achievable with the intraday Fibonacci stuff right here. So till here, when it gave, intraday traders made 43 pips right here. When this particular breakout occurred, see how tiny candles and tiny stories were right here. Just have a look at it. When markets tried to close below this particular trend line, if you were a intraday trader, since I knew that it gave me a break and it gave me a retest, first I was away from the market, secondly this was a long term trade. But if it was an intraday trade, I would immediately close it and I would say, okay, this is a breakout and retest, let me take a sell, because still here the margin was here. Last week I have discussed the situation. Yes, euro US dollar, well, let's see, for some sort of structure during this process, it may stop me out, but obviously I have no control over that, so I definitely have to accept that. Moving on to the dollar yen, so let me move it right here. Okay, the dollar yen and the dollar CHF have something similar going on, where the dollar CHF gave very fantastic profits to the sell side of the market last week as expected. It also gave, but only not this one, but this one obviously was a tradable. Now same situation right here, it spent week right here. So first thing, and that is maybe the next week can be very slow, and we can say that we will assume that the market is ranging. But obviously the long term, and there is 144 I'm looking for, I'll be taking a buy. For the sell, I am just counter trend trader. Now, if you don't understand the counter trend trade, let me know the comment section so that I can guide you further about it. So this is the dollar yen, and it also closed below. So unless it is trading below 149.378, it can be traded on a daily basis in the upcoming week on the intraday M15, M30, H1 charts to the sell sort of the market. Though there will be one thing, and that you should keep in your mind, and that is this 15-minute chart. So 15-minute chart, there was obviously this, just like I have told you that it doesn't, the fundamental activity you see right here, it was almost like 118 pips right here. But just like as I tell you most of the time, is that fundamentals don't decide my short term direction, and weekly I should say is a short term. There are traders, remember my friend, there are traders who are holding trade years and year for months and months. So there are holding it, some are the hedgers as well. So we know the long term by the news, and these are the news which can drive the market crazy at a certain point. So on the M15, if you see, it is trading above, and definitely it should show something bullish to the top side of the market, just like the dollar CHF is showing at the moment. But I have nothing to say about it, right? Because most of you, I just closed 631 pips. So even if I'm going to take a trade with 150 pips of 150 pips or 200 pips of top stop loss, it should not cause me any harm, because I already made the profit, and I'm covering this trade all the way from that profit. There are some trades that I took whenever I randomly scalp in the market, and in bits and PC pips of 10 to 6 9 pips during the week when I trade, and when I gather it becomes 120. Against at 120, I take a very big and sound fantastic trade opportunity that gives me 350 pips out by just following these particular levels, my friend. Okay, and my own methodology of the Fibonacci system. So let's see, intraday still will be bearish. Otherwise, let's see the market. If it gives me a breakout, then I am already having a bullish opinion towards 153. Now you will be confused. You are saying that market is going to drop. Remember my friend, this is a strategy, and in this strategy, this is a sell zone on H4, on H1, M15. Those who are the daily traders, maybe they are still thinking, okay, if the market get back down 600 pips, we are going to close this particular position that we are holding as a buy. And you know, they already made fantastic sales from the here, so the stop losses they report also covers from this particular profits. For them, this is not a problem at all. So pound dollar is done, euro dollar is done, Aussie US dollar I didn't discuss last week. Right here I'm running out of time, and I have to discuss gold also. So let me go ahead very quickly. Right here today I only want to find the levels. I will discuss the next week. So first I will see what's going to do next, and this is the important thing in the market. And on weekly, okay, it's a very nicely trending the fantastic daily time frame. Wow, that is a very fantastic market at this particular moment. But for that, I definitely have to study this particular story, and let's see where is the completion point. So the completion point obviously is going to be right here. Let's see from the weekly or somewhere. Oh, fantastic. And this is particular zone, we have a previous resistance zone or supply, I should say, or supply and resistance zones both at the same time. So whenever it drops, it will be a fantastic sell opportunity towards right here. First, this place I should be looking for 0.68556. Except upon confirmation, this will be one trade opportunity, right? And the market should look something like this when you will be looking at this particular opportunity like this, as you see, right? So if you look something like this at the movement, and it should show something like this, and now if I go on the H4, I can find you some good opportunities as well. But well, obviously if it continue back down, a tiny stop loss, and it will be coming back to 114 pips to the downside of the market. This is also a very fantastic support, so let me mark it. Next week I will see what it's going to do, and then I will take a proper story out of the Aussie US dollar CAD. If you see, well, it just broke a Fibonacci level, and I just want to say that there is a blurry image, so let's just leave it. Crude oil, well, that let me quickly check how much time. Okay, I'm already 26 minutes. New Zealand dollar crude oil is left. If you give me a proper comment, I will definitely discussing them. So let's discuss about the gold US dollar very quickly. So, last week I couldn't give you the weekly analysis of gold US dollar, or I I could not give you the last week I could not give you the gold US dollar so weekly forecast. Otherwise I have given a daily forecast of gold US dollar. So the weekly forecast this week I'll be telling you about the gold US dollar. Anyways, moving on to the gold US dollar, fantastically it played very nicely right here. You will know that in the previous forecast which I have done on Monday was say 25.95. Just check my previous video how much profit then we made from that particular trade. Just have a look at it. 2600 was the actual buying zone. 2600 stop was around 200 pips for this one. Is it bad? 572 pips it's giving you, and still there is one buying opportunity, but a bit difficult, right? I cannot say anything about it at this particular stage, but obviously if you see this particular zone right here, there is a Fibonacci broken, there is a resistance there up, as well as supply level as is there. So let's see, it is standing as a bearish point, but let's see how do we get, because these particular candles I cannot decide anything. Daily is also very strong bullish, so there is a dip possible for around 200 to 250 pips, and or otherwise this gold US dollar show me this, my friend. So if it shows me this, then 2683 it is going further, and it can also go further to 2739 this time. For that the market has to break this particular structure. I will make a very special video on structure if you give me proper feedback. So on gold we have seen a very fantastic bulls right here, but either a fantastic sell from 2683 or the market is gone to 2740, right my friends? And obviously this is a ABCD pattern at this particular movement on this gold US dollar. Now everyone, how was the analysis? Just let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you will take a lot of benefit from this particular trade, these particular trading opportunities for learning purposes. This is please do like and subscribe my channel, and do share my videos to all the friends who want to trade in the forex market. I'll be sharing my daily forecast regarding gold and other currencies also, and please give me a lots of comment if you want a special session regarding crude oil and other currencies also. Please do like and subscribe my channel, share my videos to everyone. Thanks a lot. Thank you, my friend.